little taste of Brett Kissel's newest single, Let Your Horses Run. Brett has been a legendary force in the Canadian country music for many years, and he's a good friend of the morning show, and we're so happy he is here again. Brett, how are you?
I'm really good, and good morning to you both. Thank you for letting me back into the studio for a great visit and an opportunity to promote the new single. It means a lot.
Tell us more about the single.
Well, I'm really proud of Let Your Horses Run and everything that it stands for. You know, as an artist, I've been able to release a lot of music over the years, as you know. But this one, there's a lot of meat on the bone. It's kind of how I would describe it. It's got a beautiful message of resilience and courage. And I really thought about my girls when I was writing this song. We love our two boys as well, you know, all of our kids. But I was thinking about leaving a message for the girls, especially about making sure that they know that under no circumstances can anybody ever tell them what they can or cannot do.
There you go.
So you got to let your horses run.
Now you know you have to do a song for the boys.
Yes, and there's plenty. There's plenty probably in a future album, and a lot of good stuff for the boys too.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like you and I have got a lot in common, despite the fact you've got musical talent and I don't. But one thing we share, amongst many things, is a love of one Keith Urban. And I got to tell you, I saw you post this on Instagram the other day, and I nearly dropped my phone because I'm a longtime fan of Keith. But I don't think I met Keith this far back. Tell us about this photo.
Well, my first trip to Nashville, I was there for a singing competition, and we got there a couple days early, and we went to Tootsie's. Now, kids can go into the bars in Nashville before 6 o'clock, so you can go watch live music. And this is 2003 or 4, and a black Hummer shows up, and out walks Keith Urban on Broadway. And so everyone just kind of flocked to him to get a photo, and I got a quick photo with him, talked a little bit about music. He was super kind, so nice. And my mom put her arm around me and she said, you know, one day you're going to do a show with him. And now you fast forward 20 years, it's now 2024, and I've been invited to perform with him at the Big Valley Jamboree in Alberta.
I think you need to throw that photo up somewhere on the set, like above you guys on the stage. I think
absolutely. We've got our big screen, and I intend to kind of make that photo and that moment a big part of the show.
Nice.
And I hope I get a chance to actually recreate that, because I was wearing this little vest, this little Carhartt vest from the Canadian Finals Rodeo, and I still have it. And I'm going to see if I can fit into it and take a picture with Keith again.
Oh, my gosh.
That is so cool.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
While we're throwing up photos, we also want to throw up one, because we're celebrating moms this week as we head into Mother's Day. And we just want to... There's this photo here. I love it.
My mom, my mom surprised me in Anchorage, Alaska. And I was opening for Brad Paisley, and I didn't know that she was going to be at the show. So she held up that sign, and I saw it from the side of the stage. She was on the side of the stage, and I said, like, you know, you don't expect to see somebody in that scenario.
Yeah.
And then we had a few of my my aunties and friends and said, I'm Brett's mom's friend. And there was another one, I'm Brett's auntie. So it was about 6 posters in a row, so a lot of funny memories.
Yeah, you hold up a sign like that, and how many times did Mom get asked for backstage passes?
You know what? Yeah, that's more surprising than you'd think.
Yeah. Listen, last time we saw each other was at the Canadian Walk of Fame, the induction ceremonies. You were part of the crew honoring Connor McDavid, who was going in. We know that you are a huge Oilers fan.
Huge.
You sing the anthem, the U.S. anthem, many times at Oilers games, and we talked about this off the top of the show. Apparently, there's a Kissel Curse.
Apparently.
That when you sing the national anthem, the Oilers more likely are to lose than to win.
No.
What's going on here? Is there a Kissel Curse?
I'm flying out. I got to talk to this radio host.
What do you think? What do you think, being in the media?
I think it's ridiculous. You only want more of Brett all the time. So I'm coming back out with you just to meet this radio host.
Defend me.
Oh, yes.
Well, I appreciate that greatly. It's a hilarious thing that really blew up, and that's social media for you in many ways, and especially Twitter or X or whatever it is. So the thing about it is that over the course of the last couple of years, as the Oilers have been in the playoffs, I will admit it has been a more losing record. But I've done anthems since 2006. My first time I was 16 years old. I've probably done 50 anthems. And I bet you we're like 35 wins and 15 losses.
100%.
That being said, you know what? If I have to take the blame in order for my team to advance, I will do whatever it takes. It won't just be the blame. Any superstition you want to throw at me, I will do it.
You will wear your
for the
underwear
Oilers to win the
backwards.
cup.
You will
Whatever you want.
Whatever. You
I'll
will
do
switch
it.
your socks.
Yeah.
That is a true fan right there. That will go to the nth degree to do whatever it takes to make sure
100%.
that your team advances, right? So what do you think about Edmonton, Vancouver, by the way? It's going to be a great series.
It's going to be a great series. It's always exciting when two Canadian teams play. There is a great rivalry. You know, we've got the Rocky Mountains in between us, but I do believe that the Oilers are the stronger team. Everyone in the NHL feels that as well, and I've got a great bet with a radio station in Vancouver, and there's a lot on the line between me and this country station, where when my Oilers win, I'm going to take over the whole radio station for the morning, and I'm going to pretty much play Brett Kissel and just do Oilers facts all morning long in Vancouver. So stay tuned for that in the middle of May.
Wow. In the meantime, make sure to listen to Let Your Horses Run, which is streaming now, Brett. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, I love you both. Thanks for having me.
Likewise.